Hey, great Saturday morning. It is a beautiful day in the city of Brownsville. And actually, weren't planning completely to do a Saturday morning. Good morning, Kanini. How you doing? Not completely planning to do a Saturday one, but Frankie cleaned out yesterday and burned it out. We're doing a Saturday one. Like, ah! But Saturday mornings, like I tell Frankie, I do usually go and do morning, Cat. How's it going? Eggman, good morning. I usually do pulga shopping with Papa. So it's and the pulga is just about to open. Not sure exactly when it's going to be. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Morning, Frankie. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. Did get several pictures yesterday of people out at the bars, and of course traffic at the island. So hopefully it's a good weekend. So far so good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood that you just mentioned. So happy Saturday.
Hey, Leia. Yeah, again, I don't want to do the Saturday morning ones too much because, again, Papa likes going to the pulga to do his walking. And I think the pulga might start opening next week. So it's going to be kind of interesting. Uh, at least that's what I heard. It might be opening next week. So, but anyway, so Saturday mornings. Good morning, Abraham. How's it going? Saturday mornings, maybe take some time off, and Sunday mornings, of course, take some time off. Pics, can you share? That's Frankie. I'm sure Frankie will share some pictures in regards to what's going on. Yesterday was the start of morning, Richard. The start of the bars starting to open. Hey, Joe, how's it going, man? Have you signed your contract already? Morning, Veronica. How's it going? Yesterday was the start of the bars. I honestly didn't get any information in regards to people going crazy out there. So, I mean, I guess it was a fairly halfway decent. I'm trying to button my buttons. Halfway decent opening in regards to the bars opening up. Again, no incidents. I didn't get any in regards to any accidents or stuff. I maybe it was because I wasn't on the road driving last night, so that could have been part of the issue. But good morning, Evan. Love me some barbacoa and some carnitas. Actually, I think I'm going to have carnitas for lunch today. You could have carnitas for lunch. And Biggie Smokehouse has some good carnitas out there and some good barbecue. But I'm wanting some ribs, Evan. Morning, Josh. Hadn't seen you in a while. Actually, I've been following you on Facebook. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you're doing well and getting ready for next year. We'll see what happens next year. But again, so not a lot of action out there. Martha, my real estate broker. If anyone needs anything to do with real estate, contact Martha. Martha Segura. Good to see you, Martha. Denny's floor plan, not good for new protocol. Need to remove. Oh, yeah, it's kind of a weird deal. Carnitas are not healthy. But I did go to Denny's and they do have these little signs on the tables. Just looks kind of weird. The whole setting needs to change. We got some ribs today. Tell me you got some ribs. Did you get some ribs? Yes. I'm going to be out there in a little bit. Give me some ribs. No accidents report because the cops were at the bars themselves. I've not been able to try the brisket tamales because you always finish them on Sunday. Let me tell you guys, I love me those brisket tamales. They're pretty good. But all the stuff they have there at Big East Smokehouse is really, really good. Again, Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings is not Sunday mornings for me at church. I'm not accepted as well if I don't carry in my barbacoa from Big East Smokehouse. Some good stuff, man. If you haven't tried, you got to try it. Can't believe I'm up this early and not at noon like normal. Dalton! My Aggie man! What's up, man? I hadn't seen you in years. I think the last time I saw Dalton was when they were out at Whataburger. Is that right, Dalton? That's the last time I saw you, no? Um, and I wasn't asleep. Go figure. I was at Whataburger and I wasn't asleep. We actually took a picture back then. Is that right? Yeah, it was right. Today we're hosting Pace Swim Team fundraiser, pulled pork sandwiches, quartered. Oh, awesome, for $10. Awesome. And ribs, right? Please tell me you got ribs. Yes. If you find that picture, send it to me, man. I I got like 60,000 pictures on my thing, so it's kind of hard for me to find it. But yeah, man, Whataburger, and I was awake, awake. Good to see you, Dalton. Dalton is amazing. He's out there at Aggieland, and I don't know if you also are having classes or not. I know that UT Austin is going to start off having some classes, but they're only going to have school till Thanksgiving and then end the whole year, the whole semester there. So that's going to be kind of interesting. Actually, I'm very, very interested in regards to see how they're going to do it. Rare sightings of Castro at Whataburger away. Hey, it happens every so often. But it's easier to find him asleep than find him awake at Whataburger. I love Whataburger, guys. I mean, can anyone fault me for that? And you eat and you want to take a nap. Part of life, bros. Hey, Leo, 1, 2, 3. Victor, good morning. Kevin, buenos días. No ribs next week. We are hoping to open up. I wanted some ribs, but I'll take some carnitas. I'll take some carnitas today. Love you, man. Stay safe. Love you too, Norberto. God bless, man. Have a great rest of this Memorial Day weekend, Norberto. Good to see you, man. So it is Memorial weekend, and there are a lot of people expected to go out islanding today. So we'll see how that goes. I think they were expecting some 50,000 people. Do you remember when everything started to open up? I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. I don't even remember if it was a holiday. It was just the beaches open thing. There was a big old line going all the way to Walmart. Remember that, Frankie? It was long line to get onto the island. That was when it was not a holiday. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting type of weekend. The other thing that's going to be interesting is the numbers that come in. Fortunately, today we are going to get some numbers, I think, from Cameron County. Cameron County works all the way up to Saturday. Then on Sunday, it's just a free-for-all. Everybody, cada quien se rasca con las suyas propias. You don't know what happens on Saturday, man. So it's kind of a trippy thing. Do you know if water parks would be open today? If you're referring to the water parks in South Padre, I don't think so. But I'm not sure. I mean, they still have Schlitterbaum up there, but Schlitterbaum has been closed for a while, no? They were changing owners or something. I think Joe knows, but Joe doesn't want to tell us anything. Motel 6 is suing Whataburger and Mr. C for taking away customer. Hey, they're cutting into their business. I'm working today. Hope it doesn't suck. I hope so too. I mean, thank you so much for being on the front lines, Ms. Vela. You do an amazing job. Appreciate you. And so again, people, if you're going to go out there to the islands, you're going to go out there fishing today for Memorial Weekend, just stay safe. Stay safe. Be good to each other. Try to maintain the social distancing. I don't think that masks are even required anymore at the beach. If you're maintaining your social distancing, you're going to be okay because usually you're going to be with family. Plus, I always thought that was kind of awkward to have a face mask at the beach. I mean, can you imagine how uncomfortable that is with the sun? And there was a meme that went out about some people that had gone to the beach and they had this white and all the rest suntan. I don't know if anyone saw that picture, but not too good. June 12th, they are opening. Oh, Schlitterbaum. Talk about the Performing Arts Center and the bond. Well, does anyone have any specific questions in regards to the Performing Arts Center? The Performing Arts Center should have been built years ago. And I mean, when I put up that video and they had that meeting in regards to the budget, they were talking about all that money that they placed away, and 3.03 cents or 3 cents of it was supposed to go for the Performing Arts Center up to $35 million. Was it 0.35? So $35 million were for the Performing Arts Center. That's the way it was sold. It was sold, and our band people were there, our fine arts people were there, our choir people were there. And I know for a fact that they were there because I was there as well. And again, I've made mention of it before. No, they're not. Good morning. Oh, yes, they're wrong. Yeah, they're not. Moist. Morning, Moist. And again, I know that I was there because I was out there wanting to get some information in regards to why our taxes were going to be increased. And it's kind of funny, but it's one of those things with once you hear you know, the facts, and once you hear the outcry of the people of Brownsville, then you have to go with what they want and they recommend. And let me tell you guys, I was against the 11 and a quarter. I just don't like our taxes being raised. I just don't like it. So I actually went to that meeting. It was at noon. I went to that meeting to say, no, don't raise the taxes. But once I got there, I mean, you're talking about hundreds of students, parents, and educators out there. And they all said the same thing. And I asked them, you know, I said, guys, but what about the taxes? They said, we don't care. We want to pay more. We want to pay more. It's all right. We're all for it. We just want a performing arts center. And I mean, ask your band people, guys. Ask your band directors. Ask your band parents. They'll tell you exactly what I'm saying is true. So, you know, they were okay, raise our taxes, but just give us our performing arts center. It's that simple, guys. So at that meeting, and I'm talking about 4 or 5 years ago, at that meeting, I changed my mind. I said, nope, then I'm going to be for it. And I changed my mind, not for any other reason, not because political pressure, because I wasn't in office back then. I was just a regular private citizen. Estoy tratando de levantarme para que no se me vea la camisa bien. Guys, pero you adhere to the will of the people. That's what you do. And the will of the people was build us a performing arts center, raise our taxes, build us a performing arts center. And guess what? No performing arts center. Morning, you know. Sugar Bomb is now called Beach Park, Elisa Blanca Park. Same owner, new name. It's going to open soon. June 12th, as they said. June 12th. Like I had this scenario with TSC Arts Center. Didn't Juleta go way over budget with that, and we're still paying for the oversight? Yeah, but again, the people want the Performing Arts Center. And again, when you exclude all the rats from board, like Sylvia, and you take Philip and Minerva out, and then get rid of later on in a couple of years, get rid of Prissy and Drew, then the rats are gone. Now it's up to the people to make sure that they vet individuals that are wanting to seek position and make sure that you're going to get people that are going to be actually transparent, not pretty transparent, actually transparent, and who have no loyalty to special interest or to vendor. That's what you have to do. It's just that simple, guys. But that falls on you, all the people. It falls on you, all the people. Well, yes, we want it, but where is the money? Is it there? Again, yes, fella, they took the money from taxes. So they took the money. So we had $50 million, $53 million. They took that money. They were supposed to use this money that they billed us in taxes. That's why they raised the taxes to get these $35 million. Those $35 million were promised to be used for the Performing Arts Center. So the money was there. The money's not there anymore. Does that make sense, Vela? So yes, the money was there because the taxes were raised. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years ago. I honestly can't remember. Someone might be able to correct me. My concept of time is kind of skewed. It happens when you start to get old. Like, you know, years start to bundle up. And I use the Rona as an example. With Rona, we didn't know it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We just didn't know. I knew it was Sunday because I went to church. But any other day, just couldn't figure out. Well, the same thing. Once you start getting older, was that like, it was last year? No. As they go, no, viejito, that was like 10 years ago. Well, it felt like last year. Felt like a couple years ago. No, that was like decades ago. Well, seems like only yesterday. What about Hannah's Performing Arts Center? Can the other schools use it? No. Again, I really think that the Performing Arts Center, the specific schools, they're a great thing. They're a lot smaller than what they need to be. It's a mini Performing Arts Center. But again, a lot of these were built a little bit before the monies were raised. I mean, the monies that were raised were not for these specific. I know that they were for the band halls at Pace and the band hall at Porter. But again, it should have been used for the Performing Arts Center. Check in Sylvia's bra. That's a big hideout. What did BISD spend the money on? They spent the money on little pet projects, which, I mean, were still needed, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that well, some of the money was stolen by Sylvia and by Minerva, Philip, Prissy, and Drew, by them diverting funds, which they probably did. But some of the money was used for stuff that really is important for BISD. The issue is that it wasn't higher up in the scale of priorities as was the Performing Arts Center. Again, guys, I was at the meeting. And again, you could ask all these people out here. TSC pack is beautiful, but too expensive to rent for the bands to use. 100%. And again, Kat, one of the things that I threw out there, and I actually got a couple of our events at the TSC for free for the school district, because why are we as a school district paying to use the Performing Arts Center at TSC? It makes no sense. You know how much money we generate for TSC? Thousands, if not millions of dollars. And we're still going to have to pay to use the Performing Arts Center? No, bitch it up. It's ridiculous. And good morning, Isabel. Now we know, because like the same shenanigans that were happening at BISD are also happening at TSC. Same shenanigans with vendors and special interests. Proven. But more importantly, guys, the board at TSC, now they know. They know. They have no excuse. They know. What are they going to do about it? They know. Was any of the money used for the scoreboard that looks and sounds worse than other scoreboards, other field that were way cheaper? Part of the TRE money, yes. I'm going to say yes. But again, that's just $1.4 million, which is way, in my opinion, and I'm sorry for everyone, it's just way overpriced. We didn't get $1.4 million. But it's a drop in the bucket in regards to the $35 million that it was going to cost us to build the PAC Performing Arts Center. We need a Performing Arts Center. Again, we are still paying for it. The sign, the scoreboard. No, that's already paid for. Yeah, that's paid for. A very good point, Erasmo, on the TSC pack. It's crazy, Kat. Crazy. And I think I got the Oliveda, the Oliveda, when they were recognized nationwide, the Oliveda band. I got them to give us the Performing Arts Center, for free. Yeah, I think that was the event that I got it for free. But we shouldn't be paying monies to use the Performing Arts Center when we're giving them millions of dollars. We shouldn't at all. I don't care. I mean, I understand that it is their Performing Arts Center, and I understand that they should try to showcase their events there. I don't think that they've used it for much of their performing arts program. Honestly, I mean, we could use it 10 times more. So either use it or let us use it at no cost, or let BISD take it over. I mean, they sure as heck want to use everything else, BISD. Let BISD take the Performing Arts Center over at TSC. Simple as that. They're not using it as much as we could. Let's ask the mayors, shut up. No, pues wow. The TSC Arts Center, it's not being used. They stole from special ed to pay for the scoreboard. They did steal. Yes, Lupita's correct.
Erasmo, what are the current board members gonna say to the community? Hey, we raised up your taxes with the intent of building a performing arts center, but oops, sorry, we made a mistake. There's other priorities. It wasn't calculated right. Even though it's important, it's not on the table. We saw how BISD did have a facilities meeting on the 21st. And Erasmo, you put up a video of several board members stating, "Hey, this is off the table. Yeah, it's a priority. Yeah, we know. The community wants it, but what could they tell the community? Oops, my bad.
No.
We raised $30 million with the intent of doing this, but you're not going to get it. It's not important right now. What are they going to say? The voters, vote for me. I will bring you a performing arts center. Hey, y'all had 4 years, y'all had 8 years to do this. This has been in the works for so long. So I think this is a deliberate act that was done. They chose other things to do. Pet projects that were needed, but at the end of the day, the bigger scope was bringing the community a performing arts center, and for these board members to promise and to tell the voters in November, I got your best interest. I will make sure this is done. This is built, but not yet. It's not as important as these other things. Again, it's sad whenever we raise people's taxes. We give them a certain expectation. We give them a timeline, Erasmo, of when a project should be complete. And here we are, around the time that it should have been built, still with the I'm sorry. It's still not come to fruition. It's very sad, actually.
Well, guys, ask your band directors, guys. Students, ask your band directors. Ask your choir directors. Ask your performing arts people. Ask them. Parents, ask them. Ask them if they believe. Drew and Minerva. When they say, "Oh no, yeah, it's going to be built. It's going to be built. Yeah, it's just not right now." Ask them. Ask them if they believe them. Because the truth is, it's a lie. It's not true. They don't care. It's not true. It's political talk. It's political talk because they found out they get people starting to get ticked off, pissed off, because they were finding out the truth. Because we've been posting the truth. Because we've been stating the truth. So all those little meetings that they've had. I mean, follow what we talk about here at 9 a.m. in the morning at 9 p.m. And they're reacting to everything that we say. Everything. Someone tell me if I'm lying. They're reacting to everything. So yes, they're going to come out. Oh no. Erasmo's out there saying that we don't want to build a performing arts center. We do. They don't. They don't. They really, truly don't. Fine arts parents, let's together and demand answers. Guys, demand answers. They're not going to give you. They're going to give you the silver talk. Oh, no. We're going to build it. Didn't you hear? We said we were going to build it. It's just not right now. Well, then when, you fools? I mean, years. It's the first thing on the priority list, guys. I posted it. It's the first thing on the priority list. How the hell did the priority list get turned upside down? And the Performing Arts Center placed on the way bottom. How? How did that happen? They don't care. Oh, now they're saying, yes, it's going to be built. It is. Minerva, yes, just to let people know it's going to be built. You freaking liar. You're a liar. You don't care. You only care about putting money in Sylvia's pocket. That's the only thing they care about. Minerva, that's the only thing she cares about. Flipping Philip, that's the only thing he cares about. Prissy, give money to my vendors. That's all she cares about. And Drew, protecting my vendors, not my kids. That's all they care about. They don't care about the wishes of the people. The people want a performing arts center. They've been wanting it for years. It's not a priority for them, guys. It's not. So at that facility meeting, when they ended it with, well, we're building it. It's just, we'd be irresponsible to do it now. Now you're irresponsible, you idiot. Now you're irresponsible. Why don't you weren't irresponsible when you were putting money in Sylvia's pocket? Now you're irresponsible? Just tell the people how irresponsible you were for voting for everything that Sylvia demanded that you vote for, you fool. And now that people are upset because now they're asking you, where's the Performing Arts Center that y'all promised us? Now you're saying, well, we care about it. We care about it. It's not true. It's not true. Prissy, Drew, and Minerva, They gave Sylvia the 4 votes that she needed to get away with murder at the district. Murder in no center. Make an agreement with TSC to use theirs. They won't. They won't, because you seem to think that the TSC, they're all in favor of the community. They're not. Adela and Sylvia are like this. Adela Garza and Sylvia are like this. And Adela controls that board at TSC. So ultimately, Sylvia controls the board. She controls both boards, the one at TSC and the one at BISD, Vela. Sylvia and Adela are like this. They've been like this forever. All this little fantasy about, they care about the community is bullcrap. That's a Craig Grove type of story. It's not true. You want the truth, or you want the everything's peachy keen rhetoric. Morning, Silly. Andas en salsa queso fire, and we're only going to be here for 30 minutes, guys. Sorry, I'm so disgusted by the board. They have made BISD the joke of they have, and to another extent, TSC as well. But because Sylvia controls both of them, she has Adela in her pocket, she has Prissy in her pocket, she has Drew in her pocket, she has Sylvia, está la idiota de Minerva in her pocket, she has Philip in her pocket. They fomented the culture of corruption that permitted Sylvia to pocket millions of our dollars, guys. And y'all still defending Minerva? Shut up, folks. Sylvia has the loot. She's a loan shark. She bails out BISD employees out of debt, sends the loyalty towards her. She's doing something, guys. TSC, yeah, right. Some type of rats over there. Exactamente. They want to sugarcoat it. Yeah, that's Craig Gross. Everything's peachy keen. Everything's wonderful. Let's bring on these people onto my show. The show that gets like 20 viewers. Let's get anyone to my show so that we can go out there and, say that everything's beautiful. Yeah, Ivan, all the elected officials, go to Craig's show. I don't care. It's a bunch of bullcrap. Craig's delusional. Craig can't see straight to save his life.
God.
I'm talking figuratively, Frankie. He's blinded by the facts. They won't control the BICT for too long. Stand up Brownsville and fire these rats. 100%. Money does so many things.
Hey, Erasmo, they had a good little gravy train for a while. Sylvia, her minions, and TSC Adela, they had a good little well-oiled machine. It's pretty interesting that, little by little, we've been seeing a lot of things unravel. We've been seeing the nexus with BISD and TSC. And again, it's not a coincidence that, Atkinson and Prissy obtained jobs at TSC. Again, nothing in life is a coincidence. So
they made a position for Sylvia. They made up a position for Sylvia.
That's what I'm saying. They had the expectations of milking this dry, Erasmo. Milking this dry. You give us good numbers, we'll give you $75,000-$80,000 a makeup job. Again, this was all well and dandy. What they didn't expect was people like Erasmo, people like Carlos, people like Michael Rodriguez to be vocal about things. And again, the FBI was watching. It was just very, very slow. And again, it really bothers me, Erasmo. You would think that, look, I make mistakes. I have made major mistakes in my life. Once I make a mistake, we learn from it. We move on. We try our best not to make these mistakes, Erasmo. But right now, TSC, BISD is under a microscope. And what do we see? We see the same intentions, the same, slithering of these individuals. They thought, Erasmo, that no one was going to notice that a sitting BISD board member was going to be on the bid committee for TSC, allowing and approving a vendor that puts money in that board member, in the BISD board member's campaign account, maybe even under the water. I don't know. I'm not here to make accusations, but if and I'm not saying this just to be biased, but Erasmo Castro was the one that brought it up. Of course, information was provided to him. Thank you so much to the community who's actually looking out. But if we didn't have people like Erasmo Castro or the bloggers, none of this would have come to light. And again, this is a major transgression. There's a major stain on TSC, on the process. So again, we'll be waiting to see what TSC has to say about this.
Vanessa, I've actually mentioned it several times. Mary Tolman controls federal funds, and she is a dictator when it comes to federal funds. She doesn't want to distribute it to the schools, especially to our special education programs out there that need some of the federal funds. That is their money. It is the school's money. It's not her money. But think of this. Sylvia got busted by the federal government for interjecting federal funds into her pocket because our district is run by federal funds. The food program is federal funds. And they still have Mary Tolman, Sylvia's sister, holding the purse for federal funds. Does that make sense to anyone? Mary Tolman controls the purse for federal funds. Does that make sense to anyone? Where does Sylvia Atkinson live right now? With her sister, Mary Tolman. Does that make sense to anyone?
Connect the dots.
How does that make sense to anyone? And the district hasn't moved to move Mary Tolman to a different department, at least till the process takes its course? At least federal funds. Vanessa's right. The district has not lifted a finger. They haven't made a statement. They haven't moved anyone. No one. Vanessa's right. It's madness. Ratas. At the end, everyone gets spot out. Pero eso nunca cambia. It's going to change. It is terrible. It's terrible. They haven't lifted a finger. Call the district on Monday and ask them, is Mary Tolman the director for federal funds? And they're going to tell you, yes. Ask them, has she been audited? Has that department been audited? And you know what they're going to tell you? No. But they're so blatant in what they do that Prissy sees no conflict of interest by awarding bids to insurance agents at TSC where she works after these people have put money in her pocket. No, it's not a conflict of interest. How the hell is it not a conflict of interest?
Transparency.
They all deserve an inmate number with federal address for the residency. They sure as heck do. Follow the money. How is it not someone, how is it not a conflict of interest? But they think they can get away with anything because who's going to say, and Tipton oversees the largest federal grant at TSC. Federal.
Wow. Hello, FBI.
How do people not know or understand that it's a conflict of interest? It's madness. It's crazy. And no one, not the TSC president, not the stupid superintendent, have lifted a finger. I warned the president of TSC. Several people warned the president of TSC. Several. You just hired a rat. Well, they didn't only hire a rat. They promoted a rat. She received a promotion. A promotion at TSC before she got let go for putting federal money bribes into her pocket. And she's a disciple of Sylvia. And Adela and Sylvia are tied at the hip. What can you expect? Both of them saying, a la gente que no sabe nada, laughing at our community. Both of them are rats. They are. But so is Minerva. Philip and Drew. Drew's a rat. Pero Minerva and Philip for fomenting the culture, for siguiéndole la corriente. Tanto peca el que mata la vaca como Minerva y Philip que les tiran la pata. They're guilty for fomenting this culture. Monday is Memorial Day. Thank you all. Yeah, thank you everyone who served our country. Happy Memorial Day. It's very unethical. And again, I don't care. We'll continue to talk about it every day, from here till the end of the year, till next year. I don't care. That's the problem. No one wants to get involved because of fear of retaliation. There's no retaliation at the ballot box, and we need you all to go to the ballot box and take your friends, relatives, everybody else to the ballot box in November. But I don't care. I'll still be talking about it. I don't care. Every day. Because people tend to forget, and I'm not going to let people forget. I'm not. I don't care. You know, automatically, if one goes down, so many people will go down with it. It's just why we don't do investigations.
Let's hope.
We need to have an audit. There needs to be an audit. Hola, Cynthia. Todos se hacen, pero estos están cortados con la misma tijera. 100% because they are all scratching each other's back. Yeah, they all get a cut. Vote, vote, vote. It's coming up in November. Guys, it's 30 minutes past, actually. Tonight, 9 o'clock. And guys, tomorrow morning, no 9 a.m. No more 9 a.m. On Saturday or Sunday. Papa and Big Papa, church on Sunday. So no 9 a.m.s in the weekends, guys. We will have a Spanish one on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. We'll be announcing a little bit more. I'll throw out some information. I also have this musician that I want, a musician from Mexico, actually. That I'm in love with this musician from Mexico. I love what he does. He's an amazing artist. You remember Flora Amarga? Flora Amargo? Does anyone remember Flora Amargo? I think that's her name, Flora Amargo. She's a musician in Mexico that started off like singing on the peceras.
I've heard of her. Now that you mention, I've heard of her. Yeah.
She actually came down, and actually was here in Brownsville. Un saludo cordial, Alice. Si hay servicio el domingo, nos vemos. Si hay servicio el domingo, Ricardo. Is anyone curious why they call me Lali? Sorry for another day. Remember, in November, it's very important information you share on your show. Thank you all for making this work 100%. Guys, Bronco. So, Flora Amargo, amazing, really amazing talent. Well, we're not having her on. We're having Efra, el músico de la calle. I hope. I'm actually trying to get him on. I love that guy. I love what he does, and I'll explain why I love the guy. Just a great guy. I actually ran into him in Monterrey. And I'll give you my sad story, so you'll have some Kleenex out there. ¿Cuál van a ser los temas en español? Flora Amargo, maravillosa. En los temas en español vamos a tener una abogada de inmigración para contestar cualquier duda o pregunta que tengamos en cuanto a asuntos de inmigración. So, por favor, avísenle a la raza que estén al tanto. Miércoles a las 3 de la tarde tendremos a una abogada que nos ayudará en cualquier pregunta o duda que se tenga en cuanto a la inmigración. En estos momentos se ha detenido el proceso de inmigración por el presidente Trump. No sabemos cuándo van a volver a reiniciar las visas de las personas de las cuales quieren inmigrar a Estados Unidos, pero ella nos podrá dar un poquito más de clarificación y claro, pues está a la disposición del pueblo. So, el miércoles a las 3 de la tarde vamos a tener a la licenciada de inmigración con nosotros para dar los informes. Vamos a estar postulando los anuncios, cualquier pregunta que tenga. El otro programa en español que tendremos será en cuanto a un músico de México, Efra. Dios quiera. Ojalá que acepte. Si no, voy a tratar de comunicarme con Flora Amargo. Flora Amargo, excelente. Ay, tengo un amigo, Arturo Treviño. Arturo, si estás escuchando, te encargo si te comunicas con Flor, a ver si nos puede ayudar en un programita de media hora, 45 minutos, una hora, para que pues las personas puedan ver qué está sucediendo con la música en México. Treviño, te encargo, Arturo. Guys, have a great rest of the Saturday. Tonight at 9 p.m. we'll be here. We'll see what numbers come out. Stay safe. Working on one of the reasons we're a little bit late. I'm trying to work on trying to make better the image. Trying to get a better camera view. So we'll see what happens, guys. My mic thing is defunct, but I think the mic is not working because of my computer being kind of old. But we'll see. Guys, have a great Saturday. Frankie, last words?
Happy Saturday. See you at 9 p.m.
God bless, guys. Take care. Take care of each other. Take care of us. Be good. Social distance, guys, please. And when you go into the big stores, wear your mask, please. Happy, amazing Memorial Weekend. Let your partner speak. Lori! Hey, Lori! I was in love with Lori when we were growing up. It's true. Lori and I went to school together. Lori! I'm going to admit it. I was in love with Lori. I was also in love with Hilda Benavides back in second grade. Does anyone remember Hilda Benavides? I was in love with Hilda Benavides, and then in my other schooling, I was in love with Lori. I don't think she ever knew, but Lori knows now. Lori, is it too late? Just joking, Lori. I love you. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Stay in touch, Lori. Have a blessed Memorial weekend. Blessings. Puppy love. Hilda Benavides in second grade. Uh, Hilda Benavides in second grade. No vales más. That's the Lori I remember. You see why I love her? We were in school together. No has cambiado, Lori. Lori, it's good to see you. I still love you. Stay in touch, Lori. God bless. Yeah, but Hilda Benavides, second grade, Miss Myers class at Webb, and Lori, all the other grades. Good to see you, Lori. Have a great Saturday, guys. Adios. God bless.
Bye.